Since 1775, the Marine Corps has been known as the first to fight, deployed globally wherever American interests need to be defended. From its initial recruitments in Tun Tavern to the sands of Iwo Jima and through the snow of Chosin Reservoir, Marines have been there creating a legacy never to be forgotten. It takes a monumental structure to preserve this larger-than-life story of the accomplishments and sacrifices made by the United States Marines. The National Museum of the Marine Corps opened on 10 November 2006, in time to celebrate 231 years of United States Marine Corps history. The museum was built to honor the courage and commitment of all Marines, past and present. Focusing on their contributions to preserving American freedom, the museum tells America's story through the eyes of Marines. Enter the doors of the National Museum of the Marine Corps and you enter a space that speaks to the very core of what it means to be a United States Marine. The core values of the Marine Corps, honor, courage, and commitment, echo from the marble walls. A gleaming mast rises 210 feet, and a Curtis Jenny, 2 Corsairs, and a Harrier fly overhead. On the deck, a helicopter disembarks Marines onto a Korean battle scene, and an amphibious tractor tackles a coconut log wall on the island of Tarawa. In making Marines, visitors step inside the process used by drill instructors to transform young men and women into Marines. Follow recruits through boot camp, from the recruiting station and bus ride, from their first buzz cut to graduation. Meet your drill instructors and spend some close-up and personal time with them. Lift a pack, do some pull-ups, and qualify on the M16 laser rifle range. Remember, every Marine is a rifleman, and every visitor can be too. Recall hard-fought battles across the Pacific Theater, such as Iwo Jima, Guadalcanal, Okinawa. The Corps' most important icon is in this gallery, the flag raised on Mount Suribachi. Follow the Marines in this forgotten war. Land on Incheon, fight in the streets of Seoul, brave the cold at Chosin Reservoir, and endure the tedium and tension of the seesaw years of the war. In a recreated village, find the weapons of this war. Learn about how helicopters made all the difference. On board a CH-46, you will be inserted onto Hill 881 South at Khe Sanh, a hot landing zone. Images from combat camera personnel take you from the acts of terrorism of 9/11 to the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. These photographers capture the powerful images that add personality and emotion to the battlefield scenes. The Combat Art Collection includes over 350 artists and some 8,000 works of art. The strength of the collection rests on the artist's authentic focus on the human condition under the most trying conditions. The National Museum of the Marine Corps proudly supports education. The museum provides a variety of history, language, math, and science programs for on-site visitors as well as local schools. Through these guided activities, students gain a sense of their place in history and acquire useful skills and programs that are designed for innovative learning.
Nearly everyone that comes into this museum and leaves it uses a word that's very popular among young people, awesome, because this is truly an awesome museum.
Teaching and learning is a shared partnership between museum educators and visitors. Feeling hungry? Located on the second deck, you will find the mess hall and Tun Tavern. The mess hall is a cafeteria-style restaurant which features breakfast and full lunch menus. Right beside it sits Tun Tavern, a recreation of the 18th century public tavern in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in which, according to legend, the first colonial Marines were recruited in 1775 by Captain Samuel Nicholas. You'll never forget your museum experience with a Marine Corps souvenir from the museum store. Located on the first deck off the Leatherneck Gallery, the museum store carries a full line of Marine-themed clothing, collectibles, books, and toys to make your visit that much more memorable. The National Museum of the Marine Corps, as seen today, represents the midpoint of a comprehensive development plan that will result in a complete chronological depiction of the Marine Corps. Design work is currently underway for the second phase of development, aimed at completing both the National Museum and the Heritage Center campus. Upon completion of the second phase, the building will grow to over 200,000 square feet, allowing the museum to expand its public and educational programming, continuing the story of the Marine Corps through the post-Vietnam War era, and provide visibility and protection for much more of the permanent collection. The Foundation is also planning to expand Semper Fidelis Memorial Park. The park will include a chapel, water feature, and systems of trails and overlooks located on the high ground adjacent to the National Museum. The Marine Corps Heritage Foundation intends to seamlessly continue its fundraising to support the museum in building the second phase.
Hello, I'm Lynn Ezel, and I'm the director of the National Museum of the Marine Corps. What visitors enjoy most at the National Museum is the opportunity to immerse themselves into history, to place their feet literally in the boot prints of Marines on battlefields and faraway places. And you'll meet all manner of Marines here, from modern Marines from nearby Quantico to the Continental Marines of 1775. Visitors tell us that coming face to face with the cast figures in the tableau might be just a little too real. This museum honors all Marines. You won't find exhibits honoring the giants of the Corps, and we don't single out any one group for special treatment. The Marine Corps Museum is about every Marine doing his or her job to complete the mission, on the ground and in the air. We do get one regular complaint. We didn't plan on enough time. We weren't able to see it all in one visit. That's what visitors tell us. The exhibitions take you back in time and highlight the real stuff of history. So schedule plenty of time when you come here.
Legend, learning, and lore. Find it at the National Museum of the Marine Corps.